All right, so I've moved from the serger over to the sewing machine, and I've got this tail tucked in, leaned the seam allowance over. I've changed my sewing machine to I think it's sometimes called a mending stitch or a broken zigzag stitch. So it will make 3 stitches as it goes from left, 3 stitches to the right, 3 stitches to the left. So that's what we want, but we're also going to change our stitch length to 0. Or drop your feed dogs, whatever you do on your machine to accomplish that. So come on over here. I'll get that underneath. And I tend to do this at an angle just in hopes that I for sure catch that little string tail. See how my machine isn't going anywhere, it's just working from left to right. I'll go real slow so you can see it. I guess mine does 4 stitches. So on some machines you'll have to change your stitch width. So width should be as wide as it'll go, length as short as it can go. 0 is preferable. And then your mending stitch. Then you're going to do that on the cuff on both sides. And you're going to do that on the one side seam. The other side seam is covered up by the binding knit, so you don't have to worry about it. But let's go ahead and look at our, let's just say I finished mine. You can see I didn't, but I will go back and do that. Let's see how the gown turned out. They do actually go pretty quickly once you are confident in what you're doing. I'm going to move the sewing machine over and look at it up here on the table. Okay, there we go. Pull this sleeve out. All right, so you can see how the bottom, I did finish trimming that out. This is a tail that I haven't bar tacked yet. We'll get that. I always look for stray strings because we don't want it to go out in the field looking like that. All right, now if the baby was, we already got our baby in here and we want to put the foot cover up, we're going to just pull that to the front. And that's what will keep their little feet warm while they're sleeping. On this one, I did go ahead and do a little bit of stay stitching here at the bottom where I took the snap out. And it's possible you maybe would want to stitch this shut. In this moment anyway, I don't think I'm going to. But as you can see, this will be a pretty warm little baby gown. Look at those stray strings I have everywhere. And remember how my cuff, it had that little slit in it. I see I've got another issue, so I'm going to hand stitch that. That's not uncommon when you're working with gently used clothing, that you'll have some problems, but we'll deal with that. So there you go. You now know how to put together a baby kimono.